Hey friends, and welcome to Inside and Out Yoga and Meditation, where every day we help you reach your highest potential inside and out. My name is Colin, and I am your meditation guide. And today we're going to talk about smiling. We're going to talk about smiling physically, and we're also going to talk about joy, just kind of happiness in general. So, first off, smiling, the physical act of smiling, is actually super important to our meditation practice, and it's super important to a yoga practice too. Thich Hanh calls smiling yoga of the face. It's a very subtle thing that we can do while we're meditating. There are a lot of really subtle physical things we can do while we're meditating that we'll talk about later, but today we're talking about smiling, and literally just a slight upturn of the lips while you're meditating tells your brain that it's time to send the happy hormones, and it makes a huge difference. It's such a small thing, but today and maybe in some further meditations, just try that while you're meditating. Just a nice little because happiness is important. If you look at any statue of the Buddha or anyone else in any of the great spiritual traditions, they all have a smile on their face because they're all happy people. Because, I mean, if you're not happy, then like, why are we doing this? You know, like, why are we meditating? Why are we journaling? Why are we doing yoga? Why are we looking into ourselves? Like, why are we doing any of it if we're not going to be happy? So that is smiling. But happiness, joy as a whole, it's also super important for our meditation practice. So we know what it feels like to physically smile, but I bet you also know what it feels like to smile inside your mind. It's a little bit abstract, but it's important to do while we're meditating, especially if we're doing a loving kindness meditation or a smiling meditation or something like that. We know what it feels like to have a smile in your brain and have it ripple throughout your body. And that's something really important that we're going to practice today. But joy as a whole. So joy is important in our lives, obviously. And I think a lot of times we tend to think that joy or happiness comes from external surroundings. It comes from the things we own, the things we do, the people around us, our job, things like that. But I personally believe, and I think meditation teaches us, that joy is actually something that we create. Events, as I've said before, events are just events, but it's our perception of these events that decides how we feel about them. So I have 3 ways that I think are going to help all of us find some joy in our lives. The first way is to just recognize it where it is. A lot of times when something good happens in our life, we have a good experience, something that makes us happy, we have it, and then we just move on. You know, we don't really give it a second thought. We have a nice warm shower, and then we move on, you know? We don't take a second to go, this water feels good. And we should. That's important. You know, when you're eating every morning, I have peanut butter and bananas, and it is my favorite food in the world. And I hardly ever take a second to go, peanut butter and bananas. But I should. It's important. So that's the first way that we can find joy. Where it is, when we find it, take a second, let it sink in. Literally, let it sink in for a breath or two. Just sit and be like, I'm happy. And let it sink in. That way it'll rewire your brain and you'll start to see those things for the happiness that they are. The second way that we can find joy is by not getting used to things. As I've said before, the human brain is very good at conserving energy. And one of the ways it does this is it acclimates to things. And that is helpful. It does help us conserve energy in the brain, but it can also steal some joy from us. So think about this. When you got your new phone, or you got a new blanket for your bed, or you hung that painting up on your wall, or anything like that, it brought you immense joy. You know, you were happy about it. And now, I bet you don't think about it. I mean, I don't look at my phone and be thankful for this new phone I have that lets me do things every time, but I did at one point. And every time I get in bed, I don't think about how soft and comfortable the sheets are, even though at one point I did. So what we can do is make a purposeful choice to walk around in our lives and think about some things that once brought us joy and maybe we've forgotten about. Literally take 20 minutes to walk around your home and just look at stuff and be like, yeah, you know what? I like that pillow. I like that TV. I like that paint color. Anything that at one point brought us joy, just allow that joy to come back and then let it sink in. The letting it sink in is really important. And then the third way that we can find some joy is by skillfully recognizing or creating it in situations that maybe it doesn't feel as obvious. You know, like if you've had a long day and you feel very tired and exhausted, your first inclination is going to be to feel tired and exhausted, but maybe you can flip that script a little bit. Maybe you can think about how resilient you are, that you made it through this entire day. You did all these things, you know? Maybe if you failed at something, instead of seeing it as a chance to beat yourself up, you can say to yourself, I learned something and we'll do better next time. You know, if you're sick, maybe instead of being like, oh, I'm sick, you can take it as a moment to relax. You know, your body is literally like, hey, take a chill pill, dude. And so do it. So in this way, we can skillfully create or find joy in even the quote unquote bad moments of our lives. And it all comes back to a question that I asked in the first week with our journal prompt. What do you want to feel? You know, you ask yourself that question, you say happy, content, whatever it is, and then work on it, you know? I'm just gonna keep asking because I think it is super critical for us to frame and stay focused on our journey. What do you want to feel? Why are you doing this? And I think we all want to be happy. So let's work on it off the mat, and right now, let's work on it on the mat. All right, so let's settle into our comfortable position. Again, it can be anywhere you want. It doesn't have to be on a mat. It can be laying down on the floor or sitting on a couch or a chair, standing up. Anything's fine. So let's just start to settle in. Settle in to this body. Settle into this moment. Settle into this breath. Wherever you feel it, if it's in the abdomen, the nose, the chest, just using the breath as an anchor for your attention. If you haven't already, allowing the eyes to come to a close. Noticing what that feels like. Maybe it feels good. Maybe it's relaxing to have your eyes closed. Maybe your mind feels more centered, stable. Encouraging whatever it is that feels good. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one to be. Just here, this breath. Allowing the body to relax. The heart to open. Feeling a smile in your mind, letting it ripple through your body. Feeling content in this moment because you're enjoying this moment. Feeling the body as a whole and smiling to the body as a whole. Maybe feeling some gratitude for all that your body does. Appreciating the miracle of your body. Feeling your body as a whole and smiling to it. Now feeling your mind as a whole and smiling to your mind. Maybe feeling a sense of gratitude for all that your mind does. A sense of appreciation for the immense complexity of your mind. Laughing at all the ridiculous thoughts your mind has. And appreciating all the times that it was on your side, looking out for your best interest. Feeling the mind as a whole and smiling to the mind. Now bringing to mind your loved ones, all the people that you love and that love you, all the teachers you've had, all the people who've shaped you into the person you are, and smiling to your loved ones. Maybe feeling gratitude for all that you've shared, and appreciation for how they've been there for you. Maybe just resting in a general warm-heartedness towards those people. Seeing your loved ones and smiling to your loved ones. Now bringing to mind your home and smiling to your home. Maybe feeling a sense of gratitude for all the things inside your home all the joys and the comforts. Maybe appreciating the safety, the ease, the privacy of your home. Maybe laughing about all the little quirks. Seeing your home and smiling to your home. Now bringing to mind all of the universe, everything that is, and smiling to the universe. Maybe feeling a sense of gratitude because the universe holds everything you know, because the universe is opportunity. Maybe appreciating the immensity, the complexity, the beauty, the goodness of the universe. Realizing that the universe as a whole is our home just as much as where we live. Recognizing that we are a part of the universe. Seeing the universe as a whole and smiling to the universe. And in this last minute, just simply resting in that joy, the appreciation, the love, the gratitude, the smile that we've created. Allowing it to sink into your body and allowing yourself to relax into it. Eventually, slowly opening the eyes, trying to maintain that inner smile. See what it's like to look around the room. Smile at the things you see. Try to carry this smile with you for the rest of your day. And if you feel like you lose it, that's okay. Just take a second and remember what this feels like and try to bring it back. Well, I don't know about you, but I am certainly feeling joyful. If you're not, if that was a bit of a struggle like practice for you, that's fine. Let us know. Comment on the video, comment on our Facebook, on our Instagram. We can talk about it. I would love to hear how that experience was for you and how we can maybe make it better. So I'm glad we did this.